What up guys, I'm Thales and we're back with another how to slice. In today's how to slice video, we're going to be checking out some awesome Dia de los Muertos. So let's go to the video. So this is the articulated skeleton cat and dog, and in this video we're going to be checking out the best print settings to print this model. So let's go. So first off, as you can see, both models are articulated and they look really nice. We got the dog right here and the cat, and they're really similar to print. Most of the parts are pretty similar, so we're going to be analyzing the cat's perspective. So let's print the cat model. Because they're really similar, we can be doing this. I'm just kidding, we're going to be printing both. If you're a cat or dog person, you're going to be satisfied in this video. So first off, let's start. Let's go to the print settings. And over here in layer height, we're going to be decreasing this value to around 0.16 millimeters so we can get a better quality print, a fantastic color print. So first, in the first layer height, we're going to be leaving at 0.2, but layer height, we're going to be decreasing to 0.16 millimeters to get a better quality print. As for infill, we're going to be increasing to 15%. And fill pattern leaving at gyroid. Gyroid's a really nice infill pattern because it prints in waves, so your printer never goes on a straight line and it's going to turn into a really rigid and nice model. As for skirt and brim, we're going to be adding brim to this model because, as you can see, the jaw has got a poor bed adhesion, and the articulated models are not too much recommended to add brim because sometimes they're hard to remove and they can leave some sharp edges, and sometimes if it's hard to remove and you leave them, they're not going to be articulated. So if we add brim to this section right here, it's going to add to the whole build plate. So what we're going to be doing is just selecting the jaw, right clicking, going down to add settings, and we're going to be selecting skirt and brim, selecting brim type and brim width, and adding brim to the jaw. So a 5 millimeter brim is enough, so outer brim only 5 millimeter. So as you can see, we have added skirt and brim just to this part. Let's do to the dog version too. So right click on the jaw, add settings, skirt and brim, brim type, brim width. So a 5 millimeter brim. So this is quite nice. We got a 5 millimeter brim for both of them. As for the tail, it is articulated too. So if we add brim, it's going to be hard to remove. So what we're going to do is, because as this has tiny parts, the most thing you have to be worried is about bed adhesion. So to make sure that you got a good bed adhesion, make sure you clean your build plate. So give it a scrub with some detergent or dish soap, and every time clean your build plate with some isopropyl alcohol. So this is really recommended. And make sure you do not touch too much the bed with your fingers because you got oil in them and this affects printing. But so the brim is going to help with the bed adhesion, but as for this articulated model, is always recommend on speed to make sure that you got a 20 millimeter a second first layer, because the first layer is the most important layer, and make sure your printer is well leveled. So in first layer speed, we're going to be decreasing this value to 15 millimeters a second. So this is quite nice. You can be leaving at 20 millimeters a second, but if you got some bed adhesion issues, you can be reducing to 15. So as for small perimeters right here for the other speed, we're going to be decreasing to 50 millimeters. On bamboo lamp printers, sometimes you do not need to reduce these values, but for other printers is well recommended so you can get a good quality print. And for the other values, I'm going to be reducing to 80 millimeters a second just so we can reduce some of that speed to make sure we got a really nice model printed. So this is quite nice. So now we can be slicing and taking a look. So as you can see, we have sliced and it added custom brim to the jaws. So if you take a look, this looks quite nice to increase the bed adhesion. If we take a look, it's going to take 14 hours to print. If we go down the layers, you'll see that we got a 15% of infill. And if we go to speed, you'll see that it reduces the speed while printing small perimeters. So the jaw that is really critical, it's going to reduce to around 50 millimeters a second to print it. So this is going to make sure we got a good print, and it reduces the speed for the most critical part. So this looks fantastic. So the model is ready to print. Make sure to check out stlflix.com for more models like this one, and I'll see you in another one.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Those slicing videos are an initiative from STL Academy, which is the educational project from STLflix. So if you guys want to learn more about 3D printing, you could check our description and look at STL Academy courses. And don't forget, see you guys at the next slicing.